Mike May was a very energetic, very rambunctious little child. He would run, he would play, he was always discovering different things. One day he was in his garage and he was mixing chemicals, albeit he was the age of 3 and he didn't understand what he was doing, but he did cause a chemical explosion, and because of that he was blinded. An unfortunate situation, but he was a very lively fellow, and he did manage to create a life for himself. He learned how to play ball, he learned how to ride a bike, he learned how to create effectively a full life for himself. He grew up, eventually got married, and had children of his own. Somewhere in midlife, he went to an out-of-town ophthalmologist, and the doctor said to him, "Mike, I believe that you should be able to see. Your optic nerve is intact, the retina functions. There's no reason clinically why you should not see. We have technology developed now that wasn't available 35 years ago when you were blinded. I believe we can restore your sight." Given the opportunity, he thought about it, deliberated, he agreed to undergo the various procedures, and finally, in fact, after undergoing quite a number of procedures, he's in the chair, and the doctor pulls off one bandage, the doctor pulls off another bandage, he opens his eyes, and whoosh! He describes that there's a sudden, what is that? What is that? He's looking up at the ceiling. His wife says, "That's the color white, but it's all over, and I could touch it, I could feel it, but I can't." And then he looks down. That's different. What is that? That's the color blue. He begins experiencing sights. He begins seeing things. He begins seeing that which he hasn't seen since the time he's 3 years old, and he's overcome with a tremendous sense of the glory, the majesty, the unbelievable things that he's experiencing. That sense of powerful joy, that sense of, oh my goodness, look at the wonder, is something that we can experience on a daily basis. We say brachas every day. One of them, thanks Hashem for this magnificent gift of sight. Thank you, Hashem, for giving me vision. Pokeach ivrim, Hashem, you give vision to the blind. A Jew is supposed to open his eyes in the morning, see things and say, wonders, wonders of creation. Hashem, you've allowed me, you've given me this gift. If we were able to focus on the tremendous riches that we have, sights, sounds, sense of touch, feelings, all of the tremendous things that we experience on a daily basis, our life would be so enriched. We'd live a life of tremendous joy and happiness. But to do that, a person has to train himself. A person has to stop the busyness. A person has to stop the sense of entitlement. A person has to stop and say, it didn't have to be that way. Hashem created each of these features and each of these senses, gave them to me so that I should enjoy the sense of sound, colors, sights, beauty, flowers, tastes. Everything that my eye experiences, everything that I experience was given to me by Hashem, given to man to enjoy. When a person begins training himself in that sense, he has an unending sense of appreciation, a tremendous sense of hakaras hatov. He feels within him, Hashem, what can I ever do to pay you back for what you've done for me? He lives a very, very rich life, and he becomes a true Eved Hashem.